Good morning, good people. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. So guys, today we're going to talk about SADC under pressure to resolve the Zimbabwe political crisis. I know a lot of you you are tired of these news. They sound too good to be true, but trust me, change is coming. And so the European Union has sent a word of encouragement to SADC to press on with their due process and the protocols to resolve the political crisis in Zimbabwe, brought about by the flawed electoral process in an election held in August last year. So the EU and SADC are partners with the EU funding various SADC programs. So yes, the EU wrote to SADC expressing the European bloc's faith in SADC to resolve the political crisis in Zimbabwe. The EU noted the progress made by SADC this far on Zimbabwe and made it clear that the EU was confident that SADC will meet their June deadline to resolve the political crisis in Zimbabwe. As we all know that the European Union and SADC were both observers in the Zimbabwe elections held in August last year. They all, with other electoral observers mission, captured massive irregularities which disqualified the election as democratic. SADC said in their SEOM report on Zimbabwe elections that the Zimbabwe elections fell short of revised SADC guidelines and principles of a democratic elections. The European Union also passed the same verdict, saying the Zimbabwe elections fell short of the international standard for democratic elections. So our political science professor based in Florida, USA, said there is frustration. There is frustration building up in SADC partners as they fear the slow pace in resolving the Zimbabwe political crisis in Zimbabwe by SADC, will end up with SADC putting a foot wrong somehow. So the EU is the biggest of funders of the regional bloc SADC programs. The last thing that must happen is SADC failing to resolve the political crisis in Zimbabwe. The fact that this political crisis in Zimbabwe was brought about by the flawed electoral process with which SADC dismissed as falling short of the revised SADC guidelines principles of a democratic election means that SADC must get this right, otherwise the funding from the EU is gone, and that's bad news. Also, we have it on good authority that SADC won't risk losing the funds that sustain and benefit all bloc member states by corruptly standing with the one member state, which is Zimbabwe. So yeah, a lot is going to happen, a lot is happening. So tell us what you think in the comment section about this issue. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. See you on the next video and stay charged.